Hello YouTube, MES Religion here, and I'm back again in the video. So with Manchester United, there's so much news and talk and rumours and everything going around regarding Manchester United, Old Trafford, the managers, the hierarchy, Glazers, everything about Manchester United is literally just it's all being talked about. And the reason why is Louis van Gaal. He is playing boring football, not getting the results that Manchester United of a stature like Manchester United need, and pretty much it's not good enough for the club, and you never know what will happen. However, there are interesting reports from the Daily Mail, the Daily Star, Express, which I'm on right now, and the links will be in the description below. So there's mixed reports suggesting that Mourinho has agreed in principle to take over Manchester United in the summer, with Louis van Gaal set to leave in the summer. There's another report that Louis van Gaal will be judged by game-on-game basis. So if the results are not good, for example, if you lose against Derby, I'm pretty certain that Van Gaal may lose his job. However, time and time again we've been proven wrong, and Louis van Gaal has still been in charge of Manchester United. There's other reports saying Ryan Giggs will leave Manchester United if he doesn't get the job over Louis van Gaal. When Louis van Gaal leaves. There's been other reports saying Guardiola, and now this is what the report is. So let's get straight into this. Pep Guardiola has chosen Man United as for his next job and has already made transfer plans. So yeah, this is the new manager transfer rumor. So here he is, Pep. So the 45-year-old announced last month that he would be stepping down as Bayern Munich manager at the end of the year. The former Barcelona boss has yet to reveal where he will be playing his trade next season, but Chelsea, Manchester United and Manchester City are all interested in his signature. And now, reports in Spain are suggesting that Guardiola has made his decision and wants to head to Old Trafford in the summer. Interesting news. Let's carry on. He has also tested out lined up a replacement for David De Gea should the star goalkeeper CL move to Real Madrid after a long-term transfer battle. Current Barcelona keeper Claudio Bravo is thought to be unhappy with his current situation, where he is the club's La Liga first-choice keeper, but ter Stegen takes the job for Champions League. Guardiola and Bravo did not overlap at Nou Camp, with Guardiola leaving in 2012 and Bravo only arriving in 2014 from Real Sociedad. However, the Bayern boss did manage against Bravo in La Liga and reportedly sees the Chilean as the perfect answer to United's problems if De Gea seals a return to Spain. Guardiola had been expected to sign for the Red Devils' rival City, where he'd be rejoining the former Barcelona colleagues, I'm not going to pronounce that, Soriano, who are Director of Football and CEO at Etihad respectively. But now United could hijack City's move for Guardiola to replace Louis van Gaal, who is under intense scrutiny at Old Trafford. The question is, who will obviously be a Manchester United manager in the summer? Right now it seems to me like Louis van Gaal is still the manager. We have Derby in the FA Cup on Friday. If we lose that, my personal opinion is that Louis van Gaal will get sacked or he will resign. He will not be at the club if we lose against Derby. However, if we do get a result against Derby, if we do get a good result, for example 3-4, 5-0, which I highly doubt, which is highly unlikely on Louis van Gaal, then obviously Louis van Gaal's job will get safer and safer if he gets more better results. However, if Louis van Gaal gets sacked, Ryan Giggs, according to reports, wants to get the job. If he does not get the job, apparently he will leave. If he leaves, I don't know. It's good for me if he leaves. He needs managing experience, and he'll probably end up going to another club, being a manager there. And I think that's good for Ryan Giggs. I think Ryan Giggs should not be the Manchester United manager. I think he should go elsewhere, get managing experience on his own, and then if he's successful, he come back and then manage Manchester United in the next 3 or 4 years. Personally, I don't know. I would like to see Mourinho be manager, but there are some drawbacks for that. And I obviously like to see Guardiola be manager, but there are drawbacks from Guardiola as well. Mourinho is proven in the Premier League. He's got Premier League experience. He knows the Premier League inside out. He knows the teams. He's been a success in the Premier League, and obviously that's the positives. Mourinho is a world-class manager. Just because he had one bad year at Chelsea, or 2 bad years. I think he's only had 2 bad years in his whole managing career, which is really remarkable for a manager. He's still a world-class manager, and he would probably be the answer to our short-term problems to give us short-term success. Now, the positives of Guardiola is he's also a world-class manager. He's won so much trophies, etc., etc. However, the problem with Guardiola is, in my opinion, he's only managed teams which had star players. To win the league with Barcelona is not difficult. Do you understand? He had Lionel Messi, Iniesta, Xavi. These are world class superstars that he had, and they make the difference. Manchester United do not have world class superstars. I'm sorry to say, Rooney is not world class anymore. He's lost. He's on the downfall. I mean, he was world class, I would say 2 or 3 years ago. Now he's just an ordinary player, in my opinion. I'm sorry to say that. Obviously, I'm very sad to say that. But Rooney, he's in the decline. Obviously, he has glimpses of him or his old self. For example, this goal against Newcastle. The second goal, I think, is against Newcastle. His goal against Liverpool with that great technique. Um, he's only managed where there has been, star players. Even Bayern Munich. I mean, that Bundesliga is a one-horse race. I believe that's a one-horse race. Um, so I don't know whether Guardiola will become a Manchester United manager. If I was him, I would go to Man City. I mean, come on, they've got the money, they've got better players, they've got more success than Man United in recent years. So why wouldn't you go to Manchester City? I think Manchester City are the new club, growing, and I'm so scared that they're gonna take over Manchester United. I mean, if we continue being poor, our reputation will go down, and Man City, if they get Guardiola, they will take jumps ahead. But we need a manager that can attract world-class players, and Louis van Gaal is not that manager because his style of football is rubbish. And there were reports saying that Gareth Bale turned down a 100 million move to Old Trafford. There's a huge dilemma at the club. There's a huge crisis going on. As a team, Manchester United, we have a huge injury crisis. We can't attract big star players. We haven't bought anyone in January, which I'm really shocked at. There's only 5 days left for the transfer window to end, and we haven't bought anyone. With the defensive crisis injury we have, I mean, we should have bought at least 2 people by now. Our attackers are just not enough. I mean, Marshall is young. We can't rely on him, day in, day out. Even though Marshall is going to be a world class, he's showing signs of being a world class player. He's such an amazing player, amazing talent. Memphis Depay has not really done it for us. He's been a huge disappointment. Wayne Rooney has been a disappointment this season, obviously. Our players, I don't know. We are in a huge problem. We need to sort ourselves out. And Ed Woodward is not the man to sort us out. I'm telling you, Ed Woodward is too obsessed with Manchester United as a company and not Manchester United as a football club. Louis van Gaal should have been sacked in December. He should have been allowed to resign when he offered to resign in December, because that's confirmed reports. Ed Woodward convinced him to stay on. And that was a big mistake by Ed Woodward. If we had got another manager, Ryan Giggs, Mourinho, or anyone, at least the manager would have had a transfer window to buy the players he wants. And if we did get Mourinho, obviously he can still attract players. So at least we would have had a transfer window to sort ourselves out. But sacking Van Gaal, if we lose against Derby and we sack Van Gaal in February, the manager that comes in has a huge job on his hands because he can't get any players in because the transfer window will be closed by then. I mean, I don't know. You understand the dilemma that Manchester United are in, and I don't know if these reports are correct that Guardiola has chosen Man United. Obviously, I'd love to see Guardiola at Manchester United, but he has got his drawbacks. He's only managed at teams that are world-class teams. So yeah, and Mourinho has his positives and negatives. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. This is just my opinion on the dilemma that Manchester United are in at the moment. And like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.